All right, so welcome back to the Do It Right Tech channel where I take you through everything tech. And in today's video, I'm excited to be taking you through some sound features you didn't know you needed, and you will start using them on a daily. So without wasting much time, let's dive right into the video. But don't forget to hit the like, smash the subscribe button to come back for more, and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any video that I post. On that note, let's go. So Samsung keeps adding new features every single year. But the truth is, most of us are not even using half of them on our phone. And these are not even complicated features. These are things you will use every single day. Let me show you some of the most useful ones you're probably missing out on. And for each one of them, I'll show you exactly when you would need them so you know how to actually use them in real life. Okay, let's go. Let's say the first one. So let's say you're watching a YouTube video and then there's a funny moment inside there somewhere, which you would like to share as a GIF. Instead of screen recording it and editing, let me show you how to turn it directly into a GIF. So what we're going to be doing is using a tool called AI Select. So the AI Select, we can get it from the Edge panel. We have the AI Select right there. Or if you have an S Pen, you can tap on your air gesture and then you can have the AI Select also there, where you tap on it and then you can do magic with it. So in this example, we're going into YouTube, and whilst we're in YouTube, let's take it that this, right after I play it, is the part I want to record. This is what you're going to do. We're going to go to the AI Select tool. And then once we have it, we're going to tap on the space that we want. And in this case, that's it. We have these three dots here we're going to tap on, and then we have Create GIF. So we're going to tap on Create GIF. Now we're going to hit on record, but just after we've hit play. And then we record, and there, 4. And then if we're done, we're going to hit on that. And now it's going to be like that. And we have our GIF the exact way we want it. So it's going to create that GIF for you. If you want to crop in, you can tap on this to crop in. If you want to just pin it, you can. If you want to copy and paste somewhere or share, you can do all that. And then you can tap on the save to save it. So now if I go into my gallery, I'm able to find that GIF right here that I can share with whoever I want to share it with. And then that's it. Very simple and straightforward. And just like that, you've created a GIF for yourself. So moving on to the next. Well, that is content creation. But what if you want your phone to feel more alive? Well, let me show you a feature. You have a picture, maybe of yourself or of a friend or something like that, but it just feels so static that you've never actually made use of it. Let me show you a way you can convert any photo you have that has you or a friend or a pet or anything inside into a moving wallpaper. Follow me. So in gallery, we can take an image like this of a friend of mine, and we can convert this into a live wallpaper. When you have any image of your choosing, you can swipe up on it, and then at the bottom here there are going to be some features that you can apply to the image. And so here we have a remaster that you can do, but the feature we're looking at is the live effect. You're going to tap on live effect, and immediately it's going to pick the image out and the background also. So we're going to get an image like this where the background has been cropped from the main image. Now at the bottom here we can now see a use as wallpaper option. So you're just going to tap on this, and once that has been tapped on, wait for a couple of seconds, and then we're going to set it as the lock screen wallpaper. Now we're going to have our lock screen wallpaper looking just like this. We can trim if we want parts of it that we want to really be using. We can go through all that, and if we're satisfied with it, we're going to hit done. And now when we lock our phones and then unlock it, we're going to have this, which is clearly moving. So there you have it. Now that image becomes a live or moving wallpaper. Moving on. So speaking of wallpapers, what if you never had to see the same wallpaper repeating itself constantly? You're tired of your wallpaper, but you don't want to keep changing it manually every day. You want your phone to feel refreshed every single time you unlock it. Let me show you 2 features you can do on your phone that are constantly going to be changing the wallpaper for you. Follow me. So this is what you're going to do. You can hold anywhere on your home screen and then tap on wallpaper and style. The first option, you're going to tap on change wallpaper, and whilst here, you're going to scroll down till you get to this. That's the wallpaper service. Then tap on this. Then you're going to come here, lock screen, tap on this, and then select this, the settings wheel. In here, you're able to select 5 categories that have got different characters inside. And in this example, I'm going to select that, the animals, the cats, the dogs, the food, and desserts. These 5 are what I'm going to select. And once I've selected them, I'm going to back out of here. And immediately I have those set as my wallpaper. So anytime I lock my phone and unlock, a different image is going to pop up. So there we have food, then we have dessert, then we have dog, then we have cat, then we have under animals, giraffe, then we have food, and then desserts. So it's going to be cycling through every single time. So to the second part, what if the image you want to use are not just these random ones and particular images that you've downloaded from online or images of yourself? That brings us to the second option, where you're going to come here into your gallery. You can go into your gallery here, or in my case, I'm just going to go to the suggested images here. And once in here, I'm going to be picking, but before you pick, you're going to hold on to one until it selects, and you have the chance to select 15 of them. So here I select this, select that, and then come here to few that I downloaded. Take this one, and we can select again 15 of them. So we have 15, and we're going to hit on done. Now this is how it is. Advisably, you want to go also into your clock and then select this moving font, and then the style, you want to select either this style or that style, so that it adapts according to the images that pop up on the screen. Once you're done with this, we're going to hit on done. And with that done, whenever we come into our lock screen, we can see different ones popping up. All right, so there we have it. New wallpapers appearing automatically every single time you lock and unlock your phone. Now, let's move from aesthetic into speed. We're on the lock screen. There's something happening immediately and you take out your phone to capture the moment. Except that now you have to browse through your phone options to select the exact style that you're going to shoot. Maybe it's a slow-mo you wanted to shoot, a selfie, or anything in those lines. What if I told you you don't necessarily have to hop into your camera before you do these selections, but right from your lock screen, you are already able to select the type before you come into the phone. Let me show you. So we can go into our lock screen. Once we're here, we're going to hold onto the screen, any part of the screen for that matter, and then unlock our phone. Once we are here, under widgets, we're going to tap on that and then select camera. Then we select the camera and come here to custom camera. We can select that. And while this is opened this way, we're now going to select that and then select the camera that we want. So we're going to come to starting mode here. And then we're going to select whether we want the front or the rear camera. So let's say we're going to use the rear camera and we're going into video mode. We select this option and back out of here. When we're done, we're going to hit save. You can set the name if you want. So here we can set the name to video. Not like it's going to show anyways. Then save. So that's going to be video. Then we can come back inside and create another. So here we can also set rear camera, but we're choosing, let's say, food mode. And then we're going to now save it. We've got food mode, and we're going to add the last one, which is going to be still the rear camera. And then let's select slow-mo and save. So there we have it. All these are now sitting on your lock screen. You're going to hit on done. And now on your lock screen, when you tap on video mode and you unlock, immediately you're in the video. On the lock screen, now when you tap on food and you unlock, immediately you're in the food mode. And again, on the lock screen, if you unlock your phone, you tap on slow-mo and unlock, immediately you're in slow-mo. So there you have it. Very quick, very snappy, and you wouldn't miss any shots that you actually wanted to keep. So there we have it, a way to save time and not miss out on that shot. But speaking of saving time, let's look at how we can save time when we're even using our keyboard. This is a very important feature to me, and I believe that it will be helpful to you. So you're applying messages and comments constantly. And with my case, it's comments. I really appreciate all comments. So I really use this feature during comments. So while replying these, there are words and phrases that I'll constantly be using. For example, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is a term that I often would like to type to people. The easy way to get this done is by using quick shortcuts that can be put inside your keyboard. So let me show you. So we can come here into keyboard, any space into keyboard. And once we are here, we're going to tap on the wheel icon there, settings. And in here, we're going to scroll till we find text shortcuts. Then while in here, we can hit the plus and then put in the shortcut that we want. So I can put here sab, okay? And then what I want sab to mean is kindly don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, let's say this is what I want sab to represent. Then I'm going to hit on add. So next time when I receive a comment from you lovely people, all I'm going to do is type sab and enter, and immediately it's going to have that written for me. Kindly don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, as you should be doing now. If you haven't subscribed, kindly hit the subscribe button and share to your friends and loved ones. Hit the like, and let's give this video about 300 likes so the algorithm can push the video forward and encourage me to keep producing videos like this for us. On that note, let's move on. While you're on that same keyboard, let's try to make our typing faster, especially when we're using our one hand, and avoid, in the instance of making corrections on text that you have, suffering or struggling to find the exact location. Let me show you. We're going to go back into the keyboard, and once we are in here, you're going to tap on the wheel icon again into settings, and then we're going to swipe down. As we swipe down, we're going to find this feature that is swipe, touch, and feedback, and tap on that. We're going to come here into the swipe keyboard session, and then we can select the swipe type. Okay, now this actually allows us to swipe on our keyboard to make selection of words instead of the traditional typing. So for one hand use, the swipe gesture is quite amazing, and I'll show you an example quickly. While at that also, we shouldn't forget to toggle this very thing on, which is touch and hold spacebar for the cursor control. So if we touch and hold the spacebar, what do we want? Do we want voice input? The answer is no. We rather want the cursor control. So let's look at examples of that. Now, when we are here and then we're typing something, we can, with one hand, move across the letters that spell the word, in this example, subscribe. And immediately the keyboard is going to understand that and put it there. With one hand, we have subscribe. And immediately we've got subscribe there. But maybe we've made a mistake up there and we want to move to the exact spot. We can hold and press on the spacebar, and then we can move the cursor to anywhere we want. If you're looking for the cursor, there it is. As we move our hands over the keyboard, it's moving there. Once we hold and press down the spacebar, we're going to be able to move it. We drop it wherever we want and we make our corrections. I hope this feature was a feature that you can benefit from. Now, typing becomes faster and more accurate with less frustration. If you didn't know this, I'm glad you know it now. Moving on. Now let's talk about something most people completely ignore, which is our sound. So you're watching videos and listening to music. Sometimes it feels off, too low, not clear, not balanced. That's because every ear is different. Let me show you how you can actually tweak your Samsung phone to ensure that it is made for your ear and your ear only. What we're going to do is scroll down and go into settings. Once in settings, we're going to scroll until we get to sounds and vibrations. Tap on that and scroll down a bit further until you get to sound quality and effects. Tap on that. When you're here, first thing you want to do is turn on Dolby Atmos. That's just side. The next thing you want to do is go to adapt sound. Tap on this option and you have here an age range you can select. That Samsung, knowing that it has large number of people listening, have fine-tuned for different ages what it believes their ear should sound, their ear should be like. And so if none of these are actually helping you, you want to go here and personalize your sound profile. Tap on this and start a test that with it you're going to hear different sounds and try to input response to what questions will be asked on the screen to help adapt the sound to your hearing. This is the feature I would advise that you try so that your sound sounds exactly the way you want it. If you didn't know this, I'm glad that you know it now. So yes, there you have it. It tunes the sound specifically for your ears and benefits you more than you would actually be thinking it does. So these are some Samsung features, not just cool, but actually useful in real life. Now the real question is, which one of these are you going to start using today? And which one of these did you already have on your phone setup? Without wasting much of your time, I'm going to leave you here, but don't forget to hit the like, smash the subscribe button to come back for more, and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any video I post. Moving on. Any video I post. On that note, so until later, peace out.